everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Today we're stepping away from sweets for an easy weeknight dinner, my Middle Eastern inspired chicken thighs. For this recipe, you'll need 1 pound diced boneless skinless chicken thighs, 2 large bell peppers, 1 large Vidalia onion, and 1/8 teaspoon of each of these spices. Ground turmeric, tandoori marsala seasoning, ground cumin, garlic powder, paprika, smoked paprika, ground cinnamon, curry powder, cayenne, marsala seasoning, and then black pepper and salt to taste, along with a squeeze of lemon. We're going to be serving this today over rice with a little bit of toasted naan on the side. It's such an easy, quick weeknight staple, and you're going to love it because it's all on one sheet pan. Today's pairing is from Allegrini Vineyards in the gorgeous Veneto region of Italy. This is their Valpolicella. It's a blend of rondinella and corvina, and it is a fresh, bright, really fruity wine that's going to pair nicely with this chicken. But we'll talk more about that later. Let's get started. I've prepped my chicken in advance. I cut into small cubes 1 pound of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Put a little bit of olive oil in there because I did this last night just to save myself some time. And then I also cubed 2 bell peppers. I did an orange and a red, and a whole Vidalia onion. Once everything is chopped, which is the most time-consuming part, which is why you can do that the night before if you prefer. Now all you need to do is add the spices, throw this on a sheet pan, and stick it in the oven. So it's super easy. I have 12 different spices that I use for this recipe. Now this is kind of a your choice situation, but these are the spices that I like best. I'm not gonna lie to you, for the most part, I eye how much I put in, but I will measure it out today because 1/8 of a teaspoon is pretty accurate to what I'm usually doing. So I'll start with the paprika, but you can start wherever you want and just add 1/8 of a teaspoon. Now these are the spices that I've gone with over making this recipe a million times, kind of playing around with different spices. If you have a spice that you think would work and you want to test it out, just send me a message and I'll let you know if I think it'll work. But a lot of things really will work here. My favorite thing to add to this, and kind of my secret, not so secret ingredient, is cinnamon. I think a lot of Middle Eastern cooking, cinnamon is a prominent spice. I'm going to do a little bit more than the 1/8 of a teaspoon here. It already is in the tandoori marsala and the gram marsala, but I like the cinnamon so much so that I add a little bit extra as well. It just really brightens the dish. I love what it does to it. The gram marsala seasoning is just cardamom, cinnamon, cloves, cumin, black pepper, and coriander. And the tandoori marsala is paprika, cumin, coriander, garlic, ginger, and cardamom. So you see a little bit of a repeat, but I just love these blends and I think they work really nicely together too. And with everything else, it already smells so good in here too. So it may seem like a lot of seasoning, but trust me, with this chicken dish, the more seasoning, the better. So this meal will get you enough food for a family of 4. My girls don't really eat this that much, so it's kind of 2 nights of dinner for my hubby and I. But if you want to beef it up, you can always double the recipe. And then you just add salt and pepper to taste. I'll do about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then once all your seasoning is in, you can just squeeze half of a lemon right on in there. And then top it with some olive oil, maybe about a tablespoon. And then just go ahead and mix everything together. Now, you can let this sit in the refrigerator for about a half hour. If you put all the spices and the olive oil in the night before, just don't do the lemon overnight. The lemon can't go in until about a half an hour before, because you know how in ceviche you put the lemon in to like cook the fish? It'll start to like break down the protein of your chicken and it might come out a little bit rubbery. So if you're gonna let this sit in the fridge right now, let it go for half an hour. If you have overnight, put all the spices and the olive oil in overnight and then stick the lemon in right before you cook it. But we're just gonna go ahead and cook it as is, because honestly, with all these spices, you don't really have to let it marinate. It just makes it even better if you do, but it's pretty darn good as is. So we're gonna go get the sheet pan and stick this on with our veg as well. I have my large sheet pan lined with parchment paper so that nothing sticks. And I'm just gonna drizzle some olive oil right over the parchment. And then we go ahead and add our vegetables, so our peppers. I picked the red and the orange because I think they look so pretty with this, but whatever color works. Just 2 large bell peppers, and then your Vidalia onion. I love sheet pan meals because it makes life so easy, and cleanup is really easy, and it's nice not to have to cook in a million different pans. And then on top of your veggies, go ahead and add your chicken, and we'll spread this out as well. Try to get it evenly throughout. Taking off my rings for this one. Just make sure there's no clumps left so that everything cooks evenly. It smells so good. Once that's all evenly spread out, I just top mine with a little bit more olive oil, especially for the onions and peppers. And then that goes right into the oven. I have the oven on 375 degrees, and we'll check it after 25 minutes. Really what I'm looking for is for the veggies to be soft and the chicken to be nice and golden brown. Let's go to the oven. For my Middle Eastern chicken thighs, I love to throw together this quick sauce with sour cream and olive oil. And then I put a little bit of spices in as well. But it's so easy, and you can kind of make it to taste and how you like it. But I'll do about a cup of sour cream. I'm using light sour cream here. You can use full fat. We're going to add a lot of fat with our olive oil. So either one is totally fine, whatever you have. Light is just what we have in our house. I'll add about a tablespoon of olive oil, and then I whip that together. I add just a tiny bit more, but between a tablespoon and a tablespoon and a half. Yeah, that looks perfect. So you just want the texture to become a little bit more like a sauce and not as thick as the sour cream. And then once you have that mixed together, you can add a squeeze of lemon juice. I'll add just like a little squeeze, not quite a half a lemon, maybe like a quarter of a lemon. If you really like lemon, you can add more, but this is probably like a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons maximum of lemon juice. And then whisk that in as well. And then I love Cholula in this. I use about a teaspoon of Cholula. It's not too spicy, so it is kind of kid friendly, especially mixed in here. It's not spicy at all. Mix that up. It's such a pretty color. But I love the little kick that Cholula gives. And now I'll add my spices. So I do garlic powder, a sprinkle, just a little shake. Like ground turmeric, same thing, just a little shake. Ground cumin, a little shake. I love cumin, so I'll give this one an extra little shake. And then ground curry powder. And then a pinch of salt. And some cracks of pepper. And then just stir that all together. Now that's ready to go, that's going to be used as our topping for our beautiful Middle Eastern chicken dish. Let's go plate. All right, our chicken is out of the oven. I actually left this in for about 35 minutes because I wanted my chicken to be a little bit more golden brown, but somewhere in between 25 and 35 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. But everything looks beautiful. My whole kitchen smells like all of these spices. I made this with a little bit of white rice that I stick a chicken bouillon cube in to make it really savory. It's so delicious. And some toasted naan. That's going to be my plate with my delicious sour cream sauce. I'm so excited. This plate looks absolutely delicious, and I can't wait to get into it. But first, we're going to talk a little bit about our wine pairing. So we're pairing this beautiful chicken dish with the Valpolicella from Allegrini. Allegrini is in the Veneto region of Italy, so way up north. And they're famous for a wine called Amarone. So Amarone is like the big, big brother to this wine. This is Valpolicella. Valpolicella is a region within Veneto that happens to be famous for Rondinella and Corvida, which are the two grapes that make up this wine. So what makes this so different from Amarone, it's actually some of the same grape varietals, but Amarone are dried grapes that then get pressed. So it's a really dense, kind of thick, really rich wine, whereas this is just a normal process of winemaking. No grapes are dried beforehand. but it also does not sit in any oak. So it's really bright and fresh and fruity. So we get like bright cherry here, really sour tart cherry. It's so delicious. And there's also some floral characteristics, and a lot of herbs and spices go into this wine as well. So I picked this wine to really play up on the spices of my chicken. And I think the little tart cherry of this is going to cut through kind of the richness of the chicken thigh really well as well. And I think it's going to be the perfect pairing. You can even chill this down in the summer if you're eating this outside. Go ahead and chill down your Valpolicella. It's going to be perfect. Yeah, I cannot wait to try this. Such a fresh, vibrant, zesty wine. And it's going to be kind of a zesty chicken, isn't it? With all those spices that we put in. Okay, here we go. Mm, the cinnamon, I'm telling you, so good. Wow, that is a perfect pairing. This is such an easy weeknight meal. Your whole family's gonna love it. It's so quick, it's so easy. It's all basically on one pan. Let me know what you think in the comments. Send me any questions that you have. I'll help you through it. And throw your fork. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell for any new recipes coming out. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.